We are currently live on DED-PAN with the State of the Union, which will be starting any moment now. It will be hosted by Justice Brittany Angel, and we'll cover the topics of the State of the Union, which will include the new Constitution, updates, amended legislation, judge introductions, as well as questions and answers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't need shit from you guys.
It was Mr. K. He shot me once.
All right. Hello everyone. If you're all here, if you're just filing in, if you could please make your way up here, so that we could all hear. I know there's a lot of people here, and you are all going to have a lot of questions. So I would encourage you all to just listen and absorb the information that we have for you, because we will be opening up for questions at the end. So please keep your comments to yourself, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and begin. Ladies and gentlemen of San Andreas, it is with immense pride and a profound sense of duty that we stand before you today. My name is Justice Brittany Angel, and I am honored to serve as a Justice of the San Andreas Department of Justice. Today marks a historic moment in our state's journey as we unveil a new form of government that we believe will better serve the people of San Andreas. In the last decade, the state of San Andreas has seen pockets of stability and turmoil, with countless politicians and forms of governments. The people have stood and watched as administrations have changed, creating new and implementing laws as they deemed fit. They have watched unimaginable acts of terror from enemies foreign and domestic, and they have witnessed independent factions attempt to split from the state of San Andreas and plunge us into an age of darkness. It is in the rubble of the past that we now stand, having rebuilt most of what we lost after the great Sanguinian incursion, which tore apart the fabric of our society. But just because we have rebuilt part of what we lost does not mean that we can become complacent. In the words of Thomas Jefferson, the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. And so it has been. Justice Adams and myself oversaw the State versus Kale Soze, and we discovered severe and glaring contradictions and holes in our foundational documents. Documentation that should be revered as sacred, as it defines the very nature of our state and our people. As a result, we've determined that serious changes to our society were the only way to rectify these issues. As a result, combined with representatives of the state of San Andreas, the San Andreas Department of Justice has prepared the following changes to fill these holes in our foundations. Our new government structure is built on the principles of transparency, accountability, and inclusivity. We have worked tirelessly to create a system that empowers every citizen, amplifies your voices, and ensures that your needs and concerns are at the forefront of our decision-making processes. At the heart of this new government is a commitment to justice. As justices, we have a solemn duty to uphold the law and ensure that it is applied fairly and impartially. But justice is more than just the administration of law. It is about creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, where the marginalized are uplifted, and where the powerful are held accountable for their actions. Now, we have rewritten the Constitution with the presence and approval of representatives from the state of San Andreas. To allow for more concrete protections of the citizens of San Andreas. Your rights and your freedoms are now written for all to understand in plain English. All legislation and laws of the state of San Andreas shall be drawn and justified by these protections that you now have enshrined in the state constitution. We have established 3 new legislative bodies to work alongside the San Andreas Department of Justice that will be more responsive and representative of our diverse population. These bodies will be composed of individuals elected by the people of San Andreas, ensuring that your voices will be heard and empowered through your elected officials. The state of San Andreas has created 2 new counties that will reside in its borders, Blaine County and Los Santos County. Each county will be led by an elected county mayor. There is also a new medical authority that will be established, the San Andreas Medical Authority. This will be operated by a publicly elected healthcare professional. Each body will work independently to push forward legislation, and they will also keep each other in check to ensure that abuses of power do not happen again. Both Los Santos County and Blaine County will be responsible for creating the framework of their respective counties. While the San Andreas Department of Justice will maintain statewide laws and legislation, both counties will have large amounts of control of not only civil, but criminal and business law within their borders. It is imperative that you use your votes to choose the right person that you believe is fit to lead each county into the future. The San Andreas Department of Justice will exist as a sanity check to ensure that citizens' rights are being protected, as well as maintain and operate fundamental legislation and guidelines to guide our states. Additionally, we have strengthened our judicial system to ensure that it is more accessible and fair. We have properly defined the procedures that citizens are subject to and clarified the scope of law enforcement. We are also creating a new law enforcement agency under the purview of the San Andreas Department of Justice that is responsible for overseeing the police departments in the state of San Andreas, investigating and prosecuting governmental corruption, and protecting the rights of citizens from abuse. We have redone and reimagined how held until trials are prosecuted. We are also opening elected judge positions to allow for more bandwidth, to allow cases in a timely manner, and ensure all grievances can be heard. This new government is not just about changing structures. It is about changing mindsets. It's about fostering a culture of collaboration, where citizens and government work together to solve problems and build a better future. It is about recognizing that our strength lies in our diversity, and that by embracing our differences, we can create a more vibrant and resilient society. Citizens may use the new legislative appeal process to not only have a say in what legislation is pushed by their elected officials, but also bring forth impeachment and accountability hearings against any public official. Legislative authorities and the voice of the citizens will be able to contest legislation that is pushed forward by elected officials and contest it in a public forum, even allowing for public votes on highly contentious issues to ensure that the will of the people is enforced. All of these outline changes and more can now be read in the legislation section of the public MDT at City Hall, as well as any of the public MDTs in the courtrooms. We will also have a thorough time for questions and answers at the end. We would also like to take a moment to thank the previous government workers that have brought us to this moment of time. While we understand that not everyone agrees with the actions taken by previous officials, one cannot deny that they have invested countless hours of their time to try and build a better world for us. So now, today, we take the first steps on this new path. It will not always be easy, and we will undoubtedly face challenges along the way. But I am confident that with your support and active participation, we can build a government that truly reflects the values and aspirations of the people of San Andreas. Let's move forward together with a shared commitment to justice and equality. The future of San Andreas and its people is bright, and we are all honored to be a part of this new chapter in our state's history. Thank you. That's all I have to say. I will now turn it over to any other justice that has something to speak.
Good afternoon. My name is Justice Norman Adams. Just wanted to go over a couple of the brief things that were mentioned pertaining to the San Andreas Department of Justice for everyone to be aware. One thing to take away is that we are going to be opening elected judge positions. The application process will be going up in the City Hall section of our government website immediately following this press conference. In order to apply to run to be a judge, you must be a bar-certified attorney, have no felonies or violent misdemeanors, and the details will be outlined on the government website. Further, I ask that all attorneys, legal aides, and aspiring attorneys meet with me at City Hall after this conference, as we will be publishing attorney guidelines to better make your understanding of your responsibilities a little bit more simple for everyone to understand. Further, I'd just like to highlight 1 new constitution and 18 new pieces of legislation have been published. All of these articles are available for your public consumption now at City Hall. You'll be able to go to the MDT, either the one at the front desk or step into either of the courtrooms and pull a tablet, and you'll be able to read this all yourself. It's all going to be there for you in plain text, plain speech, for everyone to understand. And I want to encourage everybody that we will be open for any questions you have pertaining to these things, and we are here for you in this process. With that, I will turn it over to Justice Bailey for any remarks that he may have.
Good evening, good afternoon. As Justice Adams said and introduced myself, I am Justice Bailey. I've been a member of this Department of Justice for longer than I can probably imagine. With the processes outlined above, and I'm not going to go into further detail of each one of them unless questions do arise, I truly do believe at this time that we are making the right steps as by the people and for the people. And the democratic processes that we have outlined truly enables you all as people and as individuals. As stated, there are guidelines of how to interact with us if you have issues with authority, whether that be an individual that you believe or deem to be corrupt, including myself. There are ways to deal with these things. Previously, you may have thought they're untouchable. Nobody is. We all have a sense of duty and security back to the people that we serve here. One thing I would like to bring forth, as such, and as the legislative authorities have been established, that gives control to these individuals, the mayors, for example, in Los Santos and Blaine County, and even from the Department of Justice and the medical authorities, to create, underneath their purview, what they believe to be the best for the state. As such, I'll be realigning the Department of Corrections underneath the Department of Justice. In the interim, I will serve as warden of the Department of Corrections while also being a justice until we find that suitable to be reestablished and open for further hiring and the process of finding a new warden on top of it. I welcome any further comments with it, and at this time I welcome any other justice to speak on it.
Hello, I'm Justice Hart. I was tasked for some reason with handling the medical section of our new constitution. I know this will be important to some of you in the crowd today. We've created the San Andreas Medical Authority as what I like to call a unifying authority. It does not necessarily create anything above each individual faction, as I understand that there are three that all have to work together day to day to get things done. The emergency medical services, the doctors, and the psych. Hopefully that this will put all three of them on the path that they can work together, although there will be one individual who is actually directing the authority. The intention is that they will create a team and work together to make sure that everyone is well represented. Alongside that, we have also made the decision to keep the Patient Information Privacy Protection Act, or PIPA, in legislation to protect all of your medical information. That is my part of this. Best of luck, everyone.
Yeah, you can do your bit.
Hello, I'm Judge Jerome Henry Jackson.
You're not yelling
Contributed virtually.
in the
I
mic.
can't hear you, sir.
Yeah, make sure you're
Okay.
talking to the mic, Jack.
that
Jesus
the bit?
Christ. Okay.
He can't even do his
Hello?
bit right.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you.
God damn it, I can't even do my bit. Hello, my name is Judge Jerome Henry Jackson. Hello, my name is Judge Jerome Henry Jackson, and I contributed virtually nothing to this.
Damn.
Woo!
Yeah, that's what I love to hear.
Pray for nothing.
Okay.
Transparency.
Love
So-
transparency.
With that said, I'm now going to have Justice Hollow. He's going to lead us into our Q&A section. If you have any questions, I'm not entirely sure where the officer is at.
Yeah, right down center.
Right there. If you want to line up behind him, and he is going to make sure that these questions are directed appropriately. So, Hollow, if you wanted to come up.
Yeah, all right.
Right. I believe in you.
Okay.
Line up. It's like right here on that.
Hey,
on
can you
that
guys
red
hear
line.
me?
Yeah.
Am I
Yes,
using the
sir.
mic? Is it working?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, what's up? I'm Justice Hallow. That's about it, honestly. So here's the deal. You guys can ask any questions you want. Not gonna sit here all fucking day. We're not gonna do 3-4 hours worth of questions. We're obviously all around to answer questions in the future if you need them. So just ask whatever you need to ask now, and then pull us to the side if you need to ask questions later. Okay. That being said, who be the first one? Yeah. What's your name?
Slick Rick.
What up, Slick?
Question. For all
Alright.
cases that are currently on the docket, are we still referencing the old Constitution for those? Or can my clients just have all their charges dismissed?
Your clients will not have their charges dismissed. They will still be going to court. Their charges will be weighed accordingly.
Shut up. Shut up, Bobby.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Bobby, if you have a question, no, you're not even asking that question.
Next. That's it. Wow. Only one question.
Hold on.
That was so easy.
If we have information of corrupt government officials,
Sorry, you're
how
not on the
do we-
podium. I can't hear you. You're not in line.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll get off
Thank
Opal's
you.
head.
Thank you.
If
Right
we
there.
have information on corrupt government officials, what's the route we take?
I believe Angel
Can I,
can answer that. Yeah.
Okay, so the process is not yet in place. There's been legislation implemented which is going to outline the enforcement agency that is responsible for overseeing corrupt officials and whatnot.
Who's running that
but
agency?
I will be running it. So I have still yet to flesh it out. It is going to be created in the next coming days in preparation for the new mayoral elections. For now, if you have any information about corrupt officials or corrupt actions, you can bring it to me personally. And there will be more information communicated to the public as the time approaches and how this entire process is going to work and how this new agency will look.
Okay. What about incompetent police like Opal?
Incompetent police, that's still going to be up to their command structure. So I would encourage that you seek out a senior officer or a commanding officer that has some say over them.
Okay, perfect.
If it's particularly egregious and you can't get any action on it, I'm sure you could bring it up to our department as well. So you can go ahead.
The process is outlined within the authority of use section of legislation. Go ahead and take a look at it. It has step-by-step processes and what it takes to bring, if it does happen, for authority review from the people. That is something that is occurring and has been implemented in terms of the actual prosecution of those individuals. That will be Angel's side to this. They're all, as outlined within the legislation. Go ahead and take a look at it. It is entitled the Impeachments and Authority Conduct Review. All those are outlined there.
All right. Wait, am I still using this thing? I can't tell.
Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, cool.
I have some closing remarks and some.
Alrighty.
Slick.
Yeah. What's up, Slick?
Can we make more money? The lawyers? Are we getting paid more for this?
That's up to the mayor, not us.
Fuck.
Make sure you vote for a mayor you want. Angel's gonna come up here and make a few closing remarks here in a moment. I just wanted to make it clear that, from my point of view, if you guys feel that something is unlawful or unfair, or situation, or well, not a situation, but like something was treated well, I guess unfairly, you guys can always come and try to talk to me. At least I'm not gonna speak for everybody here because they're old, aside from Angel, and they don't like talking to people that much. But if you guys need something, talk about a charge, new processes, all that kind of stuff, feel free to reach out to a justice, and we'll be sure to try to handle it as best we can. If there's no more questions, which I don't think we do, I think we're all good.
Get them off the stage.
All right, you're good, Angel. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the last thing I just wanted to mention is a couple things for your information. If you are interested in running for any of the county mayor positions, you have until midnight of the 14th to put your candidacy in on the City Hall section of the website. I also should let you know that the City Hall section is going to be used quite a bit more. I do believe I failed to mention this, that there is going to be a process for implementing legislation through the mayoral bodies, and that process will be open to open scrutiny and contesting by legislative authorities and the people such as yourselves. And that is the public forum through which your voice can be heard, or at least just one of them. So please make sure you keep an eye on the City Hall section once we have mayors officially elected in position, because that's where a lot of the changes that are being made and are being introduced are going to be, and that's also where you can let your voice be heard. Also, if you guys would please go to City Hall after this and read the legislation, I can guarantee you some things have changed. Laws have changed. Laws are gone. A lot of things have fundamentally changed, and you need to reorient yourself as a citizen of the states and understand what has exactly changed. We're not going to spend an hour explaining every single particular that has changed. We just encourage you to read up for yourself. Besides that, we appreciate all of your cooperation, and we look forward to building a new state with you all. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Judge. Happy Independence Day, everyone.
Thank you guys.
Shroud that ass.
All right.
That ass, though.
That ass, though.
Does this mean we're in a brothel now?
Woo!
Yeah, we have to walk